Systems check on cameras A and B. Good to go. Roll playback. And we're live in 3, 2, 1.
Hi everybody, I am Kristen Elizabeth, the owner of Lizzie's All Natural Products, and I'm here today to show you a little DIY, a little backstage action on our bath bombs. Now, lately there has been a lot of controversy between bath bombs and are they good, are they bad, are they okay for my skin, but I'm here to debunk everything, all those notions that you may have heard. Our bath bombs are not like conventional bath bombs. They're better than Bath and Body Works bath bombs. They're better than Lush bath bombs. They're better than any bath bombs out there. Why? Because they're handcrafted, first of all. They're made with love, and they are made with all natural ingredients. No type of fragrance, sulfates, dyes, colorants, or any of that stuff that could either stain your tub or cause like irritation to your sensitive areas. So bath bombs are used to relax. It's used for aromatherapy. It's used to just get that long day and just let it all loose. A lot of adults like bath bombs as well as kids, but you know, our company actually helps you feel good about the products that you're using so you can feel good about the skin that you're in. Our company creates all natural products. We never use any toxins. We never use any sulfates or anything like that. So today, like I said, I'm going to show you a little backstage action of how to actually create our bath bombs. They are made with very simple yet effective ingredients, and it's actually detoxing your skin and not putting like any harmful substances into your skin, but it's pulling harmful substances out of your skin that you may have been exposed to throughout the week, either from the lotion you've been using or the body wash you've been using, or just maybe just inevitable things that we are exposed to you know, day in and day out. So our bath bombs, we're going to start with how to make them. All right, so we're going to start step by step on how to make bath bombs. Literally, you don't have to take this recipe and duplicate it, but you can if you want. You can actually add your own ingredients or kind of use substitutes in your own bath bombs, right? So one thing you definitely need is citric acid. The citric acid is the ingredient that gives the bath bomb that fizzy feeling, that foam inside of your tub. Citric acid is not toxic. It is not harmful to your skin at all. So, but you can make bath bombs without citric acid if you happen to be allergic to it or something of that nature. Another ingredient that you definitely need is baking soda. The baking soda helps bind all the ingredients together. You also need some type of carrier oil. We use olive oil as our carrier oil because it's very it's very moisturizing, and it provides nutrients into your skin. We also use Epsom salts. So there are tons of different Epsom salts out there, but today we're using chamomile Epsom salt and eucalyptus Epsom salt with our bath bombs. You also definitely need some type of mold. So we have our flower molds, and literally this batch that we're making today is probably going to give us exactly one mold. Sometimes it gives maybe one over, but usually it's at least 8 of them. It depends on like what type of shape that you're going for. You could get like a regular, you know, circular bath bomb shape. There are those molds out there, but you need some type of mold to mold your bath bomb in, or it's not going to work. And it doesn't take long to dry at all. It's not a long process. And some people use food coloring. I'm not a big fan of food coloring because it could stain your tub. So instead we use an all-natural clay as our colorant. There are tons of different color of clays out there, but today, since we're doing a green tea bath bomb, we're using French green clay. We're also using a actual green tea in our bath bombs because it's super antioxidant and detoxifying for your skin, providing like extra nutrients on top of the nutrients they were already providing in there. And you also need water, so don't overdo it with the water. You have to literally measure every single ingredient out just right, or your bath bombs are not going to come out correctly. Trust me, I have tried to make bath bombs when I first started off, and they used to like crumble because I didn't make them right. So you have to make sure that you follow the ingredients to the T, or I promise you they will not come out right, and you will be looking at your bath bombs like bath salt instead. So the last thing that you will need is an essential oil. A lot of companies out there use fragrance in their bath bombs, and fragrance could be literally millions or thousands of chemicals in that one fragrance. The FDA does not require any company out there to list every single ingredient that's in that fragrance. So our fragrance today is going to be essential oil, pure and natural. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And to start off, we're going to use our, start off with our olive oil. We use 3 teaspoons of olive oil. I've already got all the ingredients measured out. That way we don't have to, waste any time measuring everything out and everything. But that's a really good point to have everything all measured out and laid out when you're making your bath bombs. It makes the process much easier, because you kind of have to do it very quickly, because once you add the water and the oils, your bath bomb could harden up very quickly, and you want to be able to put it in your mold before that happens. So we're going to start off with olive oil. 3 teaspoons of olive oil. Oh, and you need a bowl. And you can't make this without a bowl, right? And I would recommend using a glass bowl rather than an aluminum or a steel bowl, because it could take your clay, if you're using clay, into a negative state rather than a positive state. And you don't want that to happen, or it's not going to work well. So we're going to go ahead and use our 3 teaspoons of olive oil. You can use any type of carrier oil. If you don't have olive oil, you can use grapeseed oil, you can use almond oil, you can use any type of oil that you pretty much want to. And then we are going to take exactly 1 cup of baking soda. Like I said, the baking soda, it helps combine and bind all of the ingredients together. That way you can get a really nice, luscious bath bomb. And if you are very sensitive to baking soda, you can always replace it to arrowroot powder. It's baking soda's like cousins per se, and that is a great alternative to use. There are many alternatives that you can use to make your own bath bomb. And then we're going to take a 1/2 cup of citric acid. You cannot make a bath bomb without citric acid if you want that fizz. If you don't care about the fizz, you can make a bath bomb without citric acid. But when I'm taking a bath and I put my bath bomb in that bath water, I like to have a fizz, because I don't know, it just makes you feel like more relaxed and rejuvenated when you see it, like the little fizzies going around and you smell the essential oil coming out. It's just a great experience. So we're going to go ahead and put our citric acid in there, exactly 1/2 cup. And then we are going to take our 1/2 cup of Epsom salts. Like I said, we use eucalyptus Epsom salt and chamomile Epsom salt today. And you can substitute that with any type of Epsom salt you're using or you want, as long as it goes along with like the scent that you're trying to get. So our green tea bath bomb is kind of like earthy. It's kind of giving you an earthy and a natural scent. That's why we're using the eucalyptus and the chamomile along with the Lang Lang essential oil, which we'll get to in just a minute here. And then we go ahead and do exactly, this is how I create my magic. I do exactly 1 teaspoon of water. And once you find a recipe that works for you, I would recommend writing it down, because if you don't, you're gonna lose it, and it's not gonna be fun trying to replicate that in the future. And then we're gonna take our 2 teaspoons of essential oil. We're using the Lang Lang today. And a lot of people don't know how to say Lang Lang because it's like Y-L-A-N-G, but it's actually Lang Lang. You don't pronounce the Y, the Y is silent. So we're gonna add that into our mixture. Make sure everything gets out of there, because that essential oil is quality, y'all. Y'all wanna make sure you get every single bit out of there. All right. And then we are going to add our detoxing French green clay. Now there are tons of clay out there, right? But we're using French green today because we're doing green tea bath bombs. There's bentonite clay, sea clay, red razoo clay. There's all types of clay out there. So if you want like a coffee bath bomb, I would recommend doing a Razul clay because it gives you that like orangish brownish color. If you're doing a just a regular bath bomb, you just want that detoxifying added ingredient to it, I would do like a bentonite clay or a kaolin clay, something real subtle, not too much color or anything. And then we're also going to do our green tea, because first of all, it's pretty, and then second of all, it gives your bath a little more antioxidant that you need. So then we're going to take our gloves, because you don't want to do it with your fingers. You know, you want to always wear gloves and protect your skin. And then we're just going to mix everything up. We're going to literally mix everything up until you feel it binding together. And you see the colors like just getting all, you see the baking soda is mixed, and then you see the clay has mixed. You just see all the colors and the, and try not to make a mess like I am. Until you see everything has bind together, just go ahead and use your gloves and your hands and mix it. And this is what makes it so special, because we're actually hand mixing this. And as you're mixing it, you can feel the ingredients start to bind together, and you can smell the essential oils, which smell delicious, by the way. All right, you guys, so everything is nice and mixed now. Because we're making a video, you didn't see every single second of me mixing that, but I mixed it for a couple of minutes. And then because I felt the texture changing. Once you feel the texture changing, you know it's time to get in those molds, or it's going to get hard and you're not going to be able to make a bath bomb out of it. So you take the mold, try to put it as close to your bowl as possible so you prevent making a mess like I did earlier. And we'll go ahead and get that. And then you just put it in your mold and press down, make sure it's in there, and pack as much as in there as you can. So I have 8 molds today in this one mold. If it does happen to make more, which it shouldn't, it usually just makes 8. But I would just bring, if you have a mold that only makes 8, I would still have one more on standby just in case. So as I'm packing it in, you can literally start to feel the bath bomb getting hard. It doesn't take long to harden. That's why it's super important that you are very precise with your ingredients. And I actually think that we may have a little more than just 8 in this batch. And that's probably because I used a little more clay. And that's why I say you just never know. With the clay, you can use, I usually use 1/4 a cup. But today I believe I used just a little bit over 1/4, just a tad bit over 1/4. But that won't like mess up your recipe at all. The clay does not matter, but all the other ingredients like the water and the essential oils, you definitely want to make sure you're very precise with that. Oh, so we're almost done. Just making sure we pack as much in into one bomb as that we can. And literally you can feel it getting hard. It takes about 10 minutes before you can pop them back out and say, hey, it's done, I gotta finish bath bomb. Sometimes I let it sit overnight, but today I will definitely show you guys a finished product. So we just have that much left right now, but this is definitely not enough for just one bath bomb. So we are going to pack some more and try to get the rest of this in there, because I do not like wasting product. And look at that. I told you guys we were gonna get 8 bath bombs. I was kind of nervous because I just used a tad bit more clay than usual, but this recipe is hands down the recipe that I have been using since I figured out how to properly like make them with like perfect. This is my perfect 10 recipe. So feel free to make your own bath bombs, but our bath bombs are like gonna give you so much life. And voila, this is your finished product of your bath bombs, our green tea bath bombs. Our bath bombs have finished setting and everything, and I'm going to show you how one looks. So while we were pushing them down, they all fit into one mold, which I was really happy about because they usually do. I don't know. But this is a bath bomb, finished product, and you can literally just drop in your tub, watch it fizz up, and smell the relaxing aromatherapy that's going to come out through the essential oils and the clay. So if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. We have all of our ingredients listed online as far as like what each ingredient does and how it benefits your skin. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap these bath bombs and get them ready for you guys. So thanks for watching. All right, you guys, so we're back, and I'm going to show you guys how this bath bomb works. You can use one bath bomb in your bath, but I recommend using a couple of them. That way you can get, you know, that really good extra nutrients and everything in your skin. But I'm going to show you how this one works. You literally take the bath bomb, and if you're not taking it out of your mold and you're using one of our bath bombs, you would just take it out of our pack and everything, open it, and drop it in your water. And you'll see the fizz, you'll start to smell the aromatherapy, and it just brings you a relaxing sensation. If you want to add another one, you can add 2 of them to it.